Today we're going to look at states of matter, solids, liquids, and gases. The first state of matter is solid. It is when the particles are closely packed together and they vibrate, but they don't move very much at all. Their average kinetic energy is quite low. Then if you add thermal energy or heat energy, the particles will start to move more quickly and eventually they will become a liquid.
In a liquid, the particles have greater average kinetic energy because they have more thermal energy. They will fill the bottom of the container sliding past each other, but they will not fill the entire container. In our example, we have very hot water on the left, warm water in the middle, and cold water on the right. You'll notice that the dye only falls to the bottom of the cold water container. It does not spread throughout. It slowly spreads throughout most of the warm water container in the middle and quickly spreads throughout the entire red container on the left. This is because even though they are all liquids, there is higher average kinetic energy in the hot water when compared to the cold water. If you continue to add thermal energy to a liquid, it will eventually become a gas. In a gas, the particles move most quickly. They will spread to fill the entire container because they have the highest average kinetic energy. Let's review. Solids have closely packed particles that vibrate closely together. Liquid particles move more quickly and slide around the bottom of containers. Gases have the highest average kinetic energy and will expand to fill an entire container. Let's review. When you add thermal energy to the ice on the left, the temperature will start to increase until it reaches 0 degrees and it starts to melt, so that solid is becoming a liquid. In that time while the ice is melting, you'll notice that the temperature of the water stays at 0 degrees Celsius. Because the ice has melted completely, the temperature will once again start to rise as the average kinetic energy of the particles in the water starts to increase. Eventually the water will start to boil when it reaches 100 degrees and the particles will start to escape the container because they are a gas. The temperature of the water will once again level out at 100 degrees Celsius as the water boils and the particles start to escape the container because gas particles have the highest average kinetic energy. Eventually all of the water will evaporate because the container doesn't have a lid and the gas particles are moving so quickly they're escaping the container. It's so important to remember that thermal energy causes solids to turn from solids to liquids and then finally to gases.